Hello and welcome to Just a Moment. My name is Kristen Harding. Welcome to the show. Today we are going to be finishing up the Four Agreements. The Four Agreements is written by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's an overview, I guess, of the Toltec wisdom that was very amazing to me to know that they knew this back in the 1500s. So, what were the Four Agreements? Do you remember? Well, I just happen to have a little cheat sheet. So, and we have the book too. So, the first one, be impeccable with your word. That means never try to dance around the truth. Always say what you mean and mean what you say, and you can't get into trouble. The second thing is don't take anything personally. The third is don't make assumptions. And the fourth is always do your best. And I just really truly believe that if you do those things, you're going to have a happy life. So let's get back to it. But before we do, you know how I love to do those blessing cards? Well, today we have a blessing from your ancestors. And it says, within your bloodline and within your spiritual line, there are thousands of relatives who care for you and whose cells now sing within your own body. You are their future dream. You carry forward the hopes of your distant and most ancient family. They have seen so much, yes, in other times and faraway places, but they come to you now and bless you with all the wisdom of their experiences, making you the sum total of 1,000,000 wise ones. Call upon the wisdom of the blood, the old ones who stand behind you, supporting and holding you, clearly giving to you the knowledge that experience taught them. Let only the ancestors who can free you, aid you, and support you celebrate the best of themselves within you come forward. And may the ailments and the regrets of those who have gone before teach you what not to do this time. If family be thin on the ground, or if estrangement at present, let the arms of the old ones hold you, form a circle about you, and infuse you with everything you may need at this moment. You are loved across the distance of time. You are spoken to with quiet kennings, soft knowings that will direct you forth. You will be soothed by those who healed and be guided by the old ones who hold before you the flaming torch of their united spirits. You are all that has gone before, but they celebrate you, for you are the future. Know that your life is precious to more than the visible ones you know. You are most precious to all the old ones, and to the ones who share your blood with. They know of your value and of your hopefulness for the future. May you be blessed, and may you have with you the essence of the elder, the teacher, the one who knows, the one who shows, the one who shares with the young, the one who keeps the skills alive inside you and all about you. Blessed be. And again, that's the blessings. I love the blessing cards. They're just so positive. All right, let's get back to it. So we're doing four agreements, and we are on page 118, and it is the initiation of the dead, embracing the angel of death. And I need to scoot up here because I'm literally falling off where I'm sitting. Okay, there we go. The final way to attain personal freedom is to prepare ourselves for the initiation of the dead, to take death itself as our teacher. What the angel of death can teach us is how to truly be alive. We become aware that we can die at any moment. We have just the present to be alive. The truth is that we don't know if we are going to die tomorrow. Who knows? We have the idea that we have many years in the future, but do we? If we go to the hospital and the doctor tells us that we have 1 week to live, what are we going to do? As we have said before, we have two choices. One is to suffer because we're all going to die and to tell everyone, oh, poor me, I'm going to die, and really create a huge drama. The other choice is to use every moment to be happy and to do what we really enjoy doing in our life. If we have only 1 week to live, let's enjoy life. Let's be alive. We can say, I'm going to be myself. No longer am I going to run my life trying to please other people. No longer am I going to be afraid of what they think about me. What do I care what others think if I am going to die in a week? If I'm going to be myself. The angel of death can teach us to live every day as if it is the last day of our lives, as if there may be no tomorrow. We can begin each new day by saying, I am awake. I see the sun. I'm going to give my gratitude to the sun and to everything and everyone because I am still alive. One more day to be myself. That is the way I see life. That is what the angel of death taught me, to be completely open, to know that there is nothing to be afraid of. And of course, I treat the people I love with love, because this may be the last day that I can tell you how much I love you. I don't know if I'm going to see you again, so I know that I don't want to fight with you. What if I had a big fight with you and I told you all the emotional poisons that I have against you and I died tomorrow? Oops! Oh my goodness! The judge would be so bad, and I would feel so guilty for everything that I told you. I will even feel guilty for not telling you how much I really loved you. The love that makes me happy is the love that I can share with you. Why do I need to deny that I love you? It's not important if you love me back. I may die tomorrow or you may die tomorrow. What makes me happy now is to let you know how much I love you. You can live your life this way. By doing so, you prepare yourself for the initiation of death. What is going to happen in the initiation of death is that the old dream that you have in your mind is going to die forever. Yes, you are going to have memories of the parasite, the judge, the victim, and what you used to believe. But the parasite will be dead. That is what's going to die in the initiation of death, the parasite. It's not easy to go to the initiation of death because the judge and the victim will fight with everything that they have. They don't want to die. And we feel we are the ones who are going to die, and we are afraid of this death. When we live in the dream of the planet, it is as if we are dead. Whoever survives the initiation of the dead receives the most wonderful gift, the resurrection. To receive the resurrection is to arise from the dead. To be alive, to be ourselves again. The resurrection is to be like a child, to be wild and free, but with a difference. The difference is that we have freedom with wisdom instead of innocence. We are able to break our domestication, become free again, and heal our mind. We surrender to the angel of death, knowing that the parasite will die and we will still be alive with a healthy mind and perfect reason. Then we are free to use our mind and to run our own life. That is what, in the Toltec way, the angel of death teaches us. The angel of death comes to us and says, "You see, everything that exists here is mine. It is not yours. Your house, your spouse, your children, your car, your career, your money, everything is mine, and I can take it away when I want to. But for now, you can use it." If we surrender to the angel of death, we will be happy forever and ever. Why? Because, oop, I have to turn the page, sorry. Because the angel of death takes the past away in order to make it possible for life to continue. For every moment that is in the past, the angel of death keeps taking the part that is dead, and we keep living in the present. The parasite wants us to carry the past with us, and that makes it so heavy to be alive. When we try to live in the past, how can we enjoy the present? When we dream of the future, why must we carry the burden of the past when we are going to live in the present? That is what the angel of death teaches us to do. Chapter 7, The New Dream. I'm just going to check some comments here because, well, hello. Hi, Tony. I'm reading the 4 agreements. Hello, Benny. Let's see. Hello, Kristen, Harding, and Paul. Share your love. Well, we are. And Paul says, yes, I am reading the 4 agreements. So we are on chapter 7, almost finished. There's just not much left. The New Dream, Heaven on Earth. And when I'm done with this, I have a very special surprise. So, Heaven on Earth. I want you to forget everything you have learned in your whole life. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. The dream that you are living in is your creation. It is your perception of reality that you can change at any time. You have the power to create hell, and you have the power to create heaven. Why not dream a different dream? Why not use your mind, your imagination, and your emotions to dream heaven? Just use your imagination and a tremendous thing will happen. Imagine that you have the ability to see the world with different eyes whenever you choose. Each time you open your eyes, you see the world around you in a different way. Close your eyes now and then open them and look outside. What you will see is love coming out of the trees, love coming out of the sky, love coming out of the light. You will perceive love from everything around you. This is the state of bliss. You perceive love directly from everything, including yourself and other humans. Even when humans are sad or angry, behind these feelings you can see that they are also sending love. Using your imagination and your new eyes of perception, I want you to see yourself living a new life, a new dream, a life where you don't need to justify your existence, and you are free to be who you really are. Imagine that you have permission to be happy and to really enjoy your life. Your life is free of conflict with yourself and with others. Imagine living your life without fear of expressing your dreams. You know what you want, what you don't want, when you want it. You are free to change your life in the way you really want to. You are not afraid to ask for what you need, to say yes or no to anything or anyone. Imagine living your life without the fear of being judged by others. You no longer rule your behavior according to what others may think about you. You are no longer responsible for anyone's opinion. You have no need to control anyone, and no one controls you either. Imagine living your life without judging others. You can easily forgive others and let go of any judgments that you have. You don't need to be right, and you don't need to make anyone else wrong. You respect yourself and everyone else, and they respect you in return. Almost, almost at it. There we go. Imagine living without the fear of loving and not being loved. You are no longer afraid to be rejected, and you don't have the need to be accepted. You can say, I love you with no shame or justification. You can walk in the world with your heart completely open and not be afraid to be hurt. Imagine living your life without being afraid to take a risk and to explore life. You are not afraid to lose anything. You are not afraid to be alive in the world, and you are not afraid to die. Imagine that you love yourself just the way that you are. You love your body just the way that it is. And you love your emotions just the way that they are. You know that you are perfect just as you are. The reason I ask you to imagine these things is because they are all entirely possible. You can live in the state of grace, the state of bliss, the dream of heaven. But in order to experience this dream, you must first understand what it is. Only love has the ability to put you in that state of bliss. Being in bliss is like being in love. Being in love is like being in bliss. You are floating in the clouds. You are perceiving love wherever you go. It's entirely possible to live this way all the time. It is possible because others have done it and they are no different from you. They live in bliss because they have changed their agreements and are dreaming a different dream. Once you feel what it means to live in a state of bliss, you will love it. You will know that heaven on earth is truth and that heaven truly exists. Once you know that heaven exists, once you know that it's possible to stay there, it's up to you to make the effort to do it. 2,000 years ago, Jesus told us about the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of love, but hardly anyone was ready to hear this. They said, "What are you talking about? My heart is empty. I don't feel the love that you are talking about. I don't feel the peace that you have." You don't have to do this. Just imagine that his message of love is possible, and you will find that it is yours. The world is very beautiful and very wonderful. Life can be very easy when love is your way of life. You can be loving all the time. This is your choice. You may not have a reason to love, but you can love because to love makes you so happy. Love in action only produces happiness. Love will give you inner peace. It will change your perception of everything. You can see everything with the eyes of love. You can be aware that love is all around you. When you live in this way, there is no longer a fog in your mind. The mitote has gone on a permanent vacation. This is what humans have been seeking for centuries. For thousands of years, we have been searching for happiness. Happiness is the lost paradise. Humans have worked so hard to reach this point, and this part of the evolution of the mind, this is the future of humanity. 1 second. I don't like to cough on camera. Future of humanity. There we go. Okay. This way of life is possible, and it's in your hand. Moses called it the Promised Land. Buddha called it Nirvana. Jesus called it heaven, and the Toltecs called it the new dream. Unfortunately, your identity is mixed with the dream of the planet. All of your beliefs and agreements are there in the fog. You feel like the presence of the parasite and believe it is you. This makes it difficult to let go, to release that parasite, and to create the space to experience love. You are attached to the judge, attached to the victim. Suffering makes you feel safe because you know it so well. But there's no reason to really suffer. The only reason that you suffer is because you choose to suffer. If you look at your life, you will find many excuses to suffer, but a good reason to suffer you will not find. The same is true for happiness. The only reason that you are happy is because you choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice, and so is suffering. Maybe we cannot escape from the destiny of the human, but we have a choice to suffer our destiny or to enjoy our destiny. To suffer or to love, and to be happy, to live in hell or to live in heaven. My choice is to live in heaven. What is yours? Very last prayers. Please take a moment to close your eyes, open your heart, and feel all the love that comes from your heart. I want you to join with my words in your mind and in your heart to feel a very strong connection of love. Together we are going to do a very special prayer to experience a communion with our Creator. Focus your attention on your lungs as if only your lungs exist. Feel the pleasure when your lungs expand to the fullest, biggest need of the human body, to breathe. Take a deep breath and feel the air as it fills your lungs. Feel how the air is nothing but love. Notice the connection between the air and the lungs, a connection of love. Expand your lungs with air until your body has the need to expel that air. And then exhale and feel that all over again, because we fulfill any need of the human body. It is to give us pleasure. To breathe gives us such pleasure. To breathe is enough for us to always be happy, to enjoy life. Just to be alive is enough. Feel the pleasure to be alive, the pleasure of feeling of love. Prayer for freedom. Today, Creator of the universe, we ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love, that you have a communion with you that to have communion with you means to share the same vibration, the same frequency that you are, because you are the only thing that exists in the universe. Today, help us to be like you are, to love life, to be life, to be love. Help us to love the way you love, with no conditions, no expectations, no obligations, without any judgment. Help us to love and accept ourselves without any judgment, because when we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty and we need to be punished. Help us to love everything that you create unconditionally, especially other human beings, especially those who live around us, all our relatives and people who we try to love so hard. Because when we reject them, we reject ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, we reject you. Help us to love others just the way they are with no conditions. Help us to accept them the way they are without judgment. Because if we judge them, we find them guilty. We blame them and we feel the need to punish them. Today, clean our hearts of any emotional poison that we might have. Free our minds from any judgment so that we can live in complete peace and complete love. Today is a very special day. Today we open our hearts to love again so that we can tell each other, I love you, without any fear, and really mean it. Today we offer ourselves to you. Come to us, use our voices, use our eyes, use our hands, and use our hearts to share ourselves in a communion of love with everyone. Today, Creator, help us to be just like you are. Thank you for everything that we receive this day, especially for the freedom to be who we really are. And now here's a prayer for love. We are going to share a beautiful dream together, a dream that you will love to have all the time. In this dream, you are in the middle of a beautiful, warm, sunny day. You hear the birds, the wind, and a little river. You walk toward the river. At the edge of the river is an old man, deep in meditation, and you see that out of his head comes a beautiful light of different colors. You try not to bother him, but he notices your presence and opens his eyes. He has the kind of eyes that are full of love and a big smile. You ask him how he is able to radiate all that beautiful light. You ask him if he can teach you to do what he is doing. He replies that many, many years ago, he asked the same question of his teacher. And the old man begins to tell you his story. My teacher opened his chest and took out his heart. And he took a beautiful flame from his heart. Then he opened my chest, opened my heart, and he put that little flame inside of it. He put my heart back into my chest, and as soon as my heart was inside me, I felt intense love. Because the flame he put in my heart was his own love. The flame grew in my heart and became a big, big fire. A fire that doesn't burn, but purifies everything it touches. And that fire touched each one of my cells in my body, and the cells of my body love me back. I became one with my body, but my love grew even more. That fire touched every emotion of my mind, and all the emotions transformed into a love strong and intense. And I loved myself completely and unconditionally. But the fire kept burning, and I had the need to share my love. So I decided to put a little piece of love in every tree, and the trees loved me back, and I became one with the trees. But my love did not stop, it grew. I put a piece of love in every flower, in the grass, in the earth, and they loved me back, and we became one. And my love grew more and more to love every animal in the world. They responded to my love and they loved me back, and we became one. But my love kept growing and growing. I put a piece of my love in every crystal, in every stone in the ground, in the dirt, in the metals, and they loved me back. And I became one with the earth. And then I decided to put my love in the water, in the oceans, in the rivers, in the rain, in the snow, and they loved me back, and we became one. And still, my love grew more and more. I decided to give away my love to the air, to the wind. I felt a strong communion with the earth, with the wind, with the oceans, with nature, and my love grew and grew. I turned my head to the sky, to the sun, to the stars, and put a little piece of my love in every star, in the moon, in the sun, and they loved me back. And I became one with the moon, and the sun, and the stars, and my love kept growing and growing. And I put a little piece of my love in every human, and I became one with the whole of humanity. Wherever I go, whomever I meet, I see myself in their eyes, because I am a part of everything, because I love. And then the old man opens his own chest, takes out his heart, with that beautiful flame inside, And He puts that flame in your heart. And now that love is growing inside of you. And now you are one with the wind, with the water, with the stars, with all of nature, with the animals, with all of humans. You feel the heat and the light emanating from the flame in your heart. Out of your head shines a beautiful light of different colors. You are radiant with the glow of love, and you pray, "Thank you, Creator of the universe, for the gift of life that you have given me. Thank you for giving me everything that I have truly ever needed. Thank you for the opportunity to experience this beautiful body and wonderful mind. Thank you for living inside me with all of your love, with your pure and boundless spirit, with your warm and radiant light. Thank you for using my words, for using my eyes, for using my heart to share your love wherever I go. I love you just the way you are, and because I am your creation, I love myself just the way I am. Help me to keep the love and the peace in my heart and to make that love a new way of life, that I may live in love for the rest of my life. And so may it be." Now, are you ready for the surprise? Because I am so tickled and excited to share this with you. And I'm hoping Tony, are you still in the audience? I have to have a sip of water. All right, drum roll, please. Look, look who that bought. Our dear friend Tony, who is on the channel right now, wrote a book. Isn't it beautiful? Now, I would like to know if I might have permission to read your book live for the rest of the audience. Because if it is what I think it is, the story of how Tony became the bright light that she is, I think that it could teach us all. So if she says, "Yes," then yes, I got your book. And I'm just waiting for you to say, "Yes, I can read it," or "No, that you would rather do that yourself," because that's how I work. So yes, absolutely, she would love it if I read it. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, let's start with the back because, you know, they always have to summarize. So it says Eternal Soul Rising. Eternal Soul Rising is a sacred remembrance, a mystical memoir that opens a portal between worlds. Through deeply personal stories, visitation from guardian beings, soul-to-soul messages, and the presence of loving ancestors, Tony shares how pain, loss, and spiritual longing open a gateway to her true essence. Raised in a Catholic faith, yet guided far beyond the boundaries of traditional religion, Tony's journey explores reincarnation, the power of God's love, sacred soul missions, and the eternal nature of our being. With raw vulnerability and sacred insight, she offers a message of hope that even in our darkest hours, we are never alone, and our souls are always rising. This luminous memoir and spiritual guide invites readers into the heart of a profound soul awakening, part spiritual transmission and part love letter to humanity. Eternal Soul Rising is for anyone navigating awakening, grief, or the calling to remember who they truly are. And isn't that a beautiful picture of Tony? Alrighty. Yay. Yeah, it's on Amazon. That's where I bought it. Yes, yes, yes. I was so excited to buy it. I looked it up when you were talking about it, and as soon as I could, ordered it. So, at the very beginning, we have a table of contents, which I won't read because spoilers, but a soul welcome. I love this already. To all who hold this book in their hands, you did not find this book by accident. It found you in divine timing through unseen threads of love and destiny. Before a single word was written, this book was already wrapped in prayers. It was born through grief, through awakening, through the quiet voice of spirit whispering, keep going. This is not just a book. This is a mirror for your soul. It is a remembrance, a light on your path, a companion in the dark. Within these pages is my heart. I invite you to read slowly and let your spirit feel what your mind may not yet understand. May this be a sanctuary for you. May you feel the warmth of love. May something inside you rise, just like the eternal soul that lives in me and lives in you. You are not alone. You are divinely loved. You are part of something far greater than you've ever been told. Welcome home, dear soul. See, I love it already. Yes, Chuck, do. And again, it is called Eternal Soul Rising. In loving honor to my beautiful mother and stepfather, your love was the kind of love that taught without words. You worked tirelessly and sacrificed so much to give me the very best start in life. You made sure I had everything I needed, especially the gift of a Catholic education that shaped my heart and values. But more than that, it was your love for each other that taught me the most. The way you supported one another, stayed true through life's storms, and showed up every day with grace and unity. This was a love story I got to witness up close. You gave me a foundation of goodness. You were living examples of loyalty, selflessness, and quiet strength. And now, as I share my story with the world, I carry your example with me. Thank you for your unwavering love. Thank you for the way you loved each other. I will always honor you. With all my love, Tony. I need a sip of water. That's beautiful. Try not to cry. Seriously. Seriously beautiful. I'm verklempt. That doesn't happen often. Ask my husband. All right. Dedication to my beloved grandma, Helen, and my great grandmother, Minerva, the Brownings. I miss you both. I miss you both more than words can ever fully hold. Not a day passes without your presence echoing in my heart. You are not just women in my lineage. You were soul protectors and earth angels, warriors, women of sacrifice and strength, who gave and gave again even when the world didn't always see your worth. You are both still with me, guarding my soul and whispering truth to me in moments of doubt. You are keeping me steady on this path of awakening. This book would not exist without the fire and the softness of your love. I carry you in every word, in every sacrifice, in every rising of my soul. Thank you, I love you, I honor you. Chapter 1. The night my soul was claimed. I just love this book already. Alright, hold on. I had to set it down because I didn't want to damage it, because I might want to pass this book on. Chapter 1, The Night My Soul Was Claimed. I didn't know I had a soul until that night came. Let me read that again. I didn't know I had a soul until the night they came. There we go. That's better. It was just a normal night. I went to bed and drifted off to sleep peacefully, not looking for anything, not expecting anything. My life had shifted in ways I didn't fully understand. The deep sadness I once carried wasn't heavy, but I was still walking through a haze, trying to steady myself. There was nothing different about the night until I woke up, and that is when I saw them. They were massive, towering figures, standing silently around my bed like a protective circle. They looked like warriors, like chess pieces, wearing armor and holding long swords. Not men the way that we understand men. They were guardian soldiers of something I did not yet have language for. They did not speak or move, and as I lay there completely awake, trying to understand what I was seeing, I realized that whatever this moment was, it was real. At the foot of my bed stood two people, and somehow I knew exactly who they were. My grandparents. My grandfather had passed not long before, and yet here he was, standing tall and gentle, speaking softly to a young woman beside him. I had never seen my grandmother like that before. She looked like maybe 18, glowing, vibrant, beautiful. She was smiling faintly, and even though no one spoke a word, I knew she was my grandmother. I didn't have to question it. My soul just knew. I was afraid, not of them, but of the unknown. It took everything in me not to move. Oh, it took everything in me to move. My heart was pounding, but I swung my legs over the side of the bed and stood up. And as I began to leave the room, I turned to look at them one more time, and that's when I heard it. Not loud, not out loud, inside. We are protecting your soul. The words moved through me like thunder and lightning, and hearing it filled me with so much amazement, because until that moment, I didn't even know I had a soul. I used to think of the soul as a romantic notion, the kind of word that William Shakespeare might place delicately in the mouth of a poet. It felt poetic, but not something I had personally encountered, not something that could be me or transform me. But what happened that night shattered every illusion I had about the soul. I didn't read about it, I didn't imagine it, I felt it. My soul wasn't just an idea, it was real, alive, radiant, and in that moment, I knew something had changed forever. So, are you as hooked as I am on this book? Because, oh my goodness, now it is going to be so hard for me not to peek, but on Thursday I'm going to finish it. So, we will go ahead, and that should be all for about now, and almost at 45 minutes. So, let's see. What does Benny say? Wow, this is so smooth to my mind. I feel Tony speaking through the book. God bless. Right? It sounds exactly like if we were having a chat with Tony, who, from the day I met her, I knew was a beacon of light. And I was so tickled to meet her that if I remember right, I said, are these the new friends you were telling me about? So from that moment on, I have just felt nothing but joy at knowing this lady. And as you have heard, her book is beautiful. So I encourage you all to go on Amazon and go find it, because Eternal Soul Rising. And Tony, it's under Tony Selane, Selane Browning. Go find it. You'll enjoy it. That's all for now, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Never forget that you are amazing. You are loved. Be well, be safe out there. And I will see you on the next show. Bye. As she tries to find the right thing here. Boop. And there we go. Thank you.